This monster has taken out thousands. I hope you have a plan ready, Batman. I do. The plan is throw Superman at it. Knock that stupid sculpt off your face. Get it done, or Tom King's writing all your comics for the next 5 years. I'm needed back in Gotham. What is up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Well, today I have a pretty awesome haul. Finally went back to STL Comics. Believe it or not, I think in about a year I've only went there once, and that was to buy Pokemon cards of all things. So the first comic haul from STL in a long time. Before we jump into it, I did condense down my old goals list to where it's just a page now. Added a few things. That's not why I want to show you. I wrote down every single thing I completed off the original goals list. 21 items. And with today's haul, it'll be 22 items. And that's series, individual books, and really it's sort of more than 22, because I have the Dark Knight Returns getting first prints of all 3 volumes complete is just one item, but still cool nonetheless. So today's haul, only one thing from online, although I'm eyeing some different things. This, actually, we're a bit of an alternate timeline because a big book off my goals list I had been watching for about a month, a certain copy of it made an offer, and it sold about 2 hours after I made the offer for $10 more than I offered. So, with that, and then my kids ended up going with their great-grandpa and my grandpa today. So no kids, no wife. It was a perfect opportunity to head to STL Comics. But I've got this off of a YouTube claim sale. So since I've been back collecting, I've got Instagram claims, eBay purchases. This is the first YouTube claim. Now this comes from Bronze Age Nerd. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check him out. I think he does auctions about once a month. Not auctions, claim sales. And this book he had up on the wall for $30 when I clicked in. And I probably watched his auction about an hour and then just asked about it, what's the least he could take for it. Ended up getting this for $25, which is a really solid price on it. So super happy to get that. I don't know if I'll track down any of the other versions. There's a version of that, and then there's one where it's like farther out instead of a close-up, but happy to get that. Now on to STL Comics. Actual last thing I picked up, I went and looked at his sets, and I'm slowly but surely getting floppies of a lot of things that I have trades of that I sort of regretted not getting single issues of. I am a collector of the DC miniseries and events, and got this whole set for $10. It's pretty solid. There's Warlord. It's actually, since I finished Starman, I'm reading through Warlord Volume 1 for the first time from issue 1 forward. So this is very cool. 0 through 8, 9 books for $10. So on to the haul. So there's a couple priced as marked books in this, and a couple, I think like 5 $2 books. But we'll sort of go in an order. I've actually organized these and put these into CLZ. After going to Tater Tot Comics, you probably saw me pick up a few issues of this. I needed 3 issues to complete the Trials of Shazam. I found them all at STL. Issue 12, 6, and 3 completes that mini. Here's one of the $2 books. I actually don't have all of this volume. I am a collector of the Secret Six. Thought I had finished volumes 2 and 3, and thought I had volume 1, although my CLZ doesn't show it. But this is the Bombshells Harley variant. Can't pass that up. We have Strange Sports number 6. I didn't realize till entering it until the CLZ. This one's 6 issues, and I have half of them. So I might go out of my way, might add that to the goals list. We have The Shade. This is a bit of a longer series, 12 issues. I have the previous 4-issue mini. Big fan of Starman, as you can see, and The Shade as well. I think I'm getting pretty close to finishing this volume of The Flash. I have volume 2 and the New 52 complete. And I think most of them are right around the 70 mark and near the end of the run for what I need. I found issue 3 of Blue and Gold. I believe I just need issue 4 now to complete this run. And then this is pretty cool. I do eventually want to collect from this volume 2 forward complete runs, and found this for $1. This is the first appearance and cover appearance of Cersei. So that's pretty cool for $1. Now, I thought I had collected this run. I have the main key from it, issue 5, which is the first appearance of the Joker graded. But I guess I just have a trade, so I'll pick up the issues of this Old Lady Harley. My CLZ says I have this, but it didn't when I was in the shop. So we'll see if I need it. This is just a cover A. And then from the series before, New 52, a issue 15 variant. We have Poison Ivy 20. And then one of the $5 books, Catwoman 61 variant. Pretty cool. I'll eventually catch up with Catwoman, probably when the run ends. But I'll pick them up here or there as I find them. I do have a complete run of Catwoman up till that series, and I think I have up to like issue 50. Now this is cool. Something I sort of forgot about, even though I had 1 issue. I had issue 2 of this, Teen Titans Year 1. And to be honest, I think I've probably come across issue 2 in dollar bins 1,000 times. To the point where I just sort of thought it was like a one-shot. And then I found this whole series except 1 issue, including the issue 2 I did have. So we just need issue 3, but I picked up 4 through 6 in issue 1. And then we found more books on the goal list today. Collecting Nightwing from New 52 forward. I actually found these in 2 different boxes, but it's issues 20 through 23, which is very cool. So, more Nightwing. A lot of newer stuff. I've never bought any of these World's Finest new. I do have the first 3 volumes of Batman, Superman. But I don't buy new books, so it's nice to pick these up for $1. We even have a original World's Finest, $2.39. Now some books on the goal list. I want to complete all of the White Knight series. We have issue 6 of Generation Joker. Let's put the first issue of that. And then a couple $2 books. White Knight presents the Red Hood. That was the 22nd thing off my list because that's just a 2-issue series. And then we have White Knight, the first volume, issue 6. Slowly getting there. Finding them cheap. So, we have Detective Comics 1036. This was the first appearance of somebody, and it was a name I recognized. One of the newer characters, I forget. But I did add, when I redid my list, the New 52 Batman series. So here's Detective Comics 45. And then I'm going to flip this last bit around so we can keep it in order. I had just heard that a third All-Star Batman series is going to come, and immediately thought to myself that I regretted only having the trades of the second one. And lo and behold, in a box today, not only do I find the entire series in order, but each one had at least 2 other variants. So I flipped through and picked one of each issue. And weirdly enough, I believe I got almost all A covers with a few B covers. This was a 14-issue series. And I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've read it. I feel like I didn't like it the first time I read it, but I am interested to read it again and give it a chance. And how crazy is that probably a week ago, I was thinking about this series, and we find it all in the dollar bin. A couple John Romita Jr. covers from my buddy Retro Tico. Thought about grabbing all Romita covers, but I got a couple. And this is pretty cool, a Jock cover on issue 1. A couple $2 books. I grabbed these variants of Batman and Robin. I had none of this series. So we have issue 9 and 8. I forget this character's name, like Hariko or something. I think she came from the Robin series, the latest one. At least the latest one that I know of. And one of the priced is marked books. We have Batman and Robin 1 foil variant. This is an art germ. $8, you can't beat it. And Batman always has new characters, new villains, and a lot of times I think people either don't like the aesthetic or don't like how they fit in with the Bat villains. But I actually do like this villain. I think she's cool. That being said, I did forget her name. But cool nonetheless. A $5 book. There was a few of these floating around, a few issues of this. I think somewhere in the price is marked too, but I'll get issue 1 and check it out. We have Batman Incorporated Volume 3, issue 11 and 8. I think I did finish volumes 1 and 2 of that in floppies. I'll have to double check. And then I think this is like the 3rd different Batman and Lobo one-shot. It's a prestige, sort of the harder cover one. Never came across this one, although I think I've seen it at STL and the $5 bin at different times. But got it for $1 today. The second priced as marked book, Batman issue 142. Couldn't pass that up. 15 ain't bad. And then there's a few more newer Batman to finish it out. We have 133 with Alfred, although I would assume he's dead during this time, but he's on the cover. He had like 4 covers, I think, of this Batman 130, all sitting in the dollar bin. I went with this cover. And then one more thing off the goals list. Batman New 52 issue 40. So very cool. I think it's going to be pretty easy to finish these New 52 runs. I've been passing them up in dollar bins for years. I usually grab 2 or 3 of New 52 or Rebirth Batman when I see them. But I never seriously went after them. I think there's one key around the 20s. Is first Harper Row. That ain't going to be too hard to get. I already have the first Duke Thomas. So slowly but surely filling that in. And man, it was fun to go back to STL You talk about sensory overload. First time I've been in I don't know how long, even without the kids with me. So that was a lot of fun too. And man, there was so much cool stuff. I want to go back, but it's so hard for me to find the time to get to STL. But it is definitely great to go back. So that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you watching. Would love to hear from you in the comments. And with that, we'll see y'all later.